Boom. Synth Fan is up at the top. What's up? Tina G, Misha Oliver, Kathy Murphy, Kathleen Cross, Johnny's 2 Cents, Kimini, RJ, Bernadette, Lucy L. Yes, I am early-ish today, Kimini. Good God! Susie Brizuela, Scribble My Dibbles, Queen of the South, Stephanie L, Patricia Haverkamp, Phyllis Hatch, and me, BDD, Julianne Goutier, Shell Teresa, Wifey, Marty, Sandra from Paramount, California, The Trump Reaper, Lee Saunders, Laura R., Sheila McGinnis, Cindy C., hey! What up, Marty? Linda K. Pasta D. Welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad, and this is Storytime. Gling, gling. Welcome, everybody. Happy Hump Day. Today is Wednesday. I see Misha Oliver has popped into the room, as has, Petty Deb. I see somebody asked, what's up with, Kathy Murphy asked, where's Karen Purdy from Newton Falls, Ohio, for crying out loud? Where's she at? Valerie G is also here. Okay, so we got some things to cover. Today was a big day in international politics. And Laura Red Swan is here. I haven't seen that name in a minute. We're going to do our roundup in the stories of the day. Stories of the day. At long last, the Biden-Putin summit happened in Geneva. Did they fall in love? We'll find out. It looks like some of Spanky's people are bringing him this much closer to jail. You'll love to see it. Marjorie Taylor Greene apparently sees the light in the darkness. Or does she? Our latest addition to the guessing games continues with Name That Toon. And last but not least, Tucker Carlson is today's You Raggedy Bish. And what else is new? Okay, I see Sylvia Correa popped in. Let's see. Ermias MD says, first time I have seen you on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you. Let's see. Karen Purdy, Tina G says, Karen Purdy is on vacation. So that's a fun fact. I hope she's having a fabulous time. Also, Olivia has joined us, as well as has Shelly from Chicago. Welcome to you all. So glad to see you. Okay, so this is the random stuff part of the show. So let me get myself situated over here so I can show you what's so random. So some of you, or all of you, actually missed Malik. He did not make a surprise appearance on the show last week. Wah, wah, wah. However, he was kind enough to join me here in the studio. Hey, Jen and Fat Tony are here. What's up, you guys? Let's see. Nick World is joining us. Says he likes Biden, but he looked lost in his meeting with Putin. Disagree. We'll talk about that a little later. But anyway, Malik was kind enough to join me here in the studio, and I just took a snapshot of the screen, and he says hi to you guys. Malik the scientist, that's right. What's up, Fox Hill Dreams? Welcome. So some of you last night may have been somewhat puzzled when you saw a tweet pop up on my feed that said, KFND, and everybody was like, what happened? What is this? I was referring to Kevin Durant, aka the Slim Reaper. That dude is skinny as hell, but he is clearly, indisputably the best player, NBA player on earth right now, right when we need him. So last night, my son and I, not Malik, Romeo and I were watching basketball. We were watching the Nets game, and it just blew my mind that this guy was just playing out of his mind. He was all over the place. He made it look. Why, Trump people wants to know, why am I on the back wall of that pic? What? Oh, what pic? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, because that's that pic right there that you made that, Trump Reaper. Okay, so Kevin Durant was playing out of his mind last night. The Nets were tied with the Bucks going into last night. They were tied 2-2, and the dude showed up and demonstrated why many people are calling him the player of the best player on the planet. Even one commentator, Stephen A. Smith, said that he expected 50 points out of Kevin Durant, and he came that close to hitting it. He missed one free throw that would have given him 50, but he still scored a triple double, 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. He had 2 block shots, a couple of steals. The guy was phenomenal, and you can tell things are starting to get back to normal when Brooklyn Dad can start focusing on the things that he enjoys focusing on, like sports. Really, I love sports. Probably a little bit more than I love politics, believe it or not. Believe it or not. And after the game, he was embraced by he was embraced by the coach, and that's pretty much how all Nets fans, or I can even say New York fans, because I'm a Knick fan, really, but I'm more like a New York fan. Like, if my Knicks are not in the playoffs, I'm rooting for the Nets. It's that simple. If my Yankees are not in the playoffs, I'm rooting for the Mets. It's that simple. Giants, Jets, same thing. New York, baby, New York. So yeah, all Nets and New York fans wanted to embrace him because let me show you a little taste of what he did last night. Just like that. So he makes it look so easy. With those skinny arms, the dude does magic right there, a few feet away from the 3-point line. That dude is insane. So, yeah, I had a great time last night, and we're hoping that they will not sweep, but they'll finish this off in a game 6. Jen and Fat Tony have a kitten named Steve Nash. That's a fun fact there. All right, so that's that for the random stuff. And let's jump right on into our quick hits. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. I see Trump Reaper accidentally hid Bernadette by mistake. So she needs some help to unhide her. We know you didn't mean to hide Bernadette. So if we can get that rectified ASAP, that would be wonderful. All right, so quick hits. Hey, I see M. Getz is here. Welcome, M. Getz has joined the party. Um, and let's hope Bernadette can get back. Ah, there she is. She said, "Say what?" Tina G unhid you. Thank you so kindly. That was a mistake. Okay, quick hits. The man you see pictured on the screen is not a used car salesman or a shoe salesman. In fact, he is a powerful member of the Trump organization who is under investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney, Cy Vance. And Cy Vance's investigation has reached that stage where they're almost ready to start leveling some criminal charges. And that is noteworthy because he is as high up as you can go in the Trump organization. Pasta D said porn stash. That means that the guy who hired him, Spanky McDumbass, is in some hot water. He's already in hot water. There's multiple investigations that are targeting him specifically. But when you start getting the people around him, the people that know what time it is, the people that know what's going on, it's only a matter of time before people that are facing, this guy is facing at least 5 different criminal charges involving tax fraud and insurance fraud. And, you know, do you think he's going to take one for the team, for the Trump team? I don't think so, because Spanky wouldn't take one for him. Spanky would roll his own son, possibly even his own daughter, under the bus. So keep a close eye on the goings-on with these investigations. I'm excited about that. Trump Reaper said, trolls are feeling butthurt today. I believe they are, indeed. Some other people that are feeling butthurt are Texas residents, because once again, whether it's warm or hot outside, or if it's cold outside, they just can't seem to get it right with their power grid. ERCOT is the company who manages that segmented power grid. It's not part of the national grid. It's private. It's a private, special power grid. They can't seem to get it right. So ERCOT has asked them, good job, Tina. Thank you. Tina's already blocked 3 trolls so far. Well done. So ERCOT is asking Texas residents to, modify their electrical use, their power usage, because they're expecting that blackouts or brownouts could be happening soon. And what is the governor of Texas concernicus about now? He's not concernicus about the power grid. No, he is currently collecting donations for the wall. Kid you not. He's not focused on the power grid. And before you say, wait a minute, can't they do 2 things at once? We're talking about Trumpers here. We're talking about Republicans, Trumpers. No, they can't. They can't. The wall. So, Texas, please stop electing Republicans if you want a normal life, whether it's summer or winter. Please. Marjorie Taylor Greene came under fire a little while ago for comparing mask mandates to the Holocaust. And the reaction was swift and fierce from most of the civilized world. Of course, as you know, the GOP was silent. At least they were silent on the surface. We don't know what happened behind the scenes about this, but we do know that she recently apologized for her comments. And not only did she apologize, but she apologized after having made a visit to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. Now, hey, what's up? Your boy Ken says he's driving and he's listening through his Bluetooth. Well done. Here's Jamie from Wisconsin. What up, Jamie? And Ms. Nick. Ha! All these Johnny-come-latelys. And Wilbur McCarthy is here too. Patricia Pueyes, everybody. Punxsutawney Mo, yes. And Punxsutawney Mo, no, we're covering that during the You Raggedy Bish. Valerie G says she doesn't think it was a sincere apology. I agree with you. I agree. I think she was pressured behind the scenes by senior GOP leadership. I'm putting air quotes around leadership because there's no leadership in that party. But she apparently crossed the line and she came out and tried to make a contrite apology. And some people were saying, oh, give her the benefit of the doubt. Why? Why would I? Look, I'm a grown-ass man who has never, not intentionally, but I have never set foot into the Holocaust Museum. I haven't. However, I do know that you don't compare a mask mandate to the most horrific event in modern history, the genocide. You don't do that. So, yeah, I'm not buying that she's sorry. No, it took all that time for her to say something about it. Come on. She didn't mean it. All right, so that's it for our quick hits. The quick hits are really quick today because I got some stuff to get into. But before we do, it is that time for our timeline cleanse. Timeline cleanse. Yes, I believe it is important to do a timeline cleanse, especially after discussing Marjorie Taylor Greene or any of those horrible people. Okay, so first up, many of you frequently ask, what's up with the kittens? What's up with them? The kittens are, they are having a ball. They are really enjoying themselves here. And we are enjoying ourselves watching them enjoy themselves. And we're also watching those claws because them claws are sharp. So this is one of those crinkly tunnel things. And that black thing that's moving, that's her paw. That's Kobe. And the video's not frozen. She's just waiting. All right, maybe the video is frozen. What do you know? It looks like it is buffering. She actually did nick me with those claws. Those are sharp. I learned my lesson. Do not mess around. There, she got me. And they love this thing. They love this little crinkly tunnel that actually looks like it looks like a unicorn. That's all they do all day long. They play with this, and if they're not playing with that, they're playing with a look at Jesus Christ, those claws. Seriously. If they're not playing with that, they're playing with this little rainbow-colored worm that we just wave around, and they jump at it. And there she is. That's Kobe. Just chilling. Yeah, got me. Quick question for you guys. Opinion. All right, so we have a... Oh, I see. Appear to be frozen. Okay. We have a laser pointer, right? And these cats just love chasing some little red dot on the floor. They just love it. They adore. They will chase it for hours. If we could sit there for hours, playing with them, they would do it. What's your opinion on that red laser? Because it's amusing as hell to me, but I've deliberately not posted any video of us doing that because I can almost feel people saying like, "Why are you doing that? That's torture for the cats. It's dangerous. It's lasers." I don't know. I know cats love the dot, but what's your opinion? You guys all right with that? I'm just curious. Natalie B says experts say not to use it. Uh-huh. 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 I knew it. Foxhill Dream says keep the laser away from their eyes. And yes, we are careful to not to do that. Tina G says the same thing. It's fine, just don't point it in their eyes. Uh, oh, and don't point it at an airplane too. That is from who said that? Cathy Murphy says that, and don't point it in the eyes. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next up. So you all know that vaccinations are the thing to do. That's what all the cool kids are doing. Well, some of the uncool kids, they are determined, not only are they determined not to vaccinate, but they're determined to spread their disinformation far and wide. And some people have found unique and stupid ways of doing that. And here we go.
Well, vaccine hoochie, I'm not a vaccine slut. You're not going to put it in my butt, and you're not going to put it in my arm.
It's not
So
just your
sad.
blatant disregard for people who are unable to get the vaccine and still remain vulnerable to this virus. It's not even the fact that you listen to doctors and scientists and medical professionals. And it's not even your utter lack of humanity for the 500,000 plus Americans who've died. But how you fuck this up so bad lyrically, I will never understand. I'm not a vaccine hoochie. I'm not a vaccine slut. You're not going to put it in my arm. You're not going to put it in my butt. Like, how fucking hard was that? Jeez.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I'm not a vaccine hoochie. I'm not a vaccine slut. You're not going to put it in my butt, and you're not going to put it in my arm.
It's not just your blatant
This is so
disregard for
terrible.
people who are
It's
unable.
so terrible. How hard is it to rhyme? It was right there. And they posted that. They posted that without it rhyming. I mean, if you don't get it right in the first take, just do another take and then post it. Oi. Oi. All right. Yes, Pasta D, that is someone's mom, and that's terrifying. But in this next clip, these individuals are jamming, and they only needed one take to get this right. And one guy was playing with one hand, with both hands, but just one at a time. Watch. The guy on the left. Now he's playing with his right hand. This is so impressive to me. I've never seen anything like this before. This is badass. Two guys, one guitar, one jam. Oh, wait. Let me switch to the other hand now. This is wicked. I love it. Music transcends all. Woo! Beautiful. That's beautiful. Music, I feel like music could possibly be the thing that brings everybody together. I don't know, but it's got to be a music we can all agree on, and that's the trick right there. Marty says, "Man, that's being in sync indeed." All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our roll call. Show me where you're coming from. Show me where you are at. Let's do this speedy because I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to cover. Whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch. Roll call! All right, we got Synth Fan from Florida, Petty Deb from Arizona, Nurse Mitch from Glen Burnie, Maryland, Natalie B from Long Island, New York. All right, Tina G in Albuquerque. Kathy Murphy is stuck in CT. Jamie from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Fun fact, Jamie, your Oshkosh, Wisconsin was featured in episode 2 of Loki. Fun fact, check it out. Ness from Connecticut is here. Patty from Gainesville, Texas. Punxsutawney Mo in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Julianne Gauthier from the Central Coast of California. She be in Chicago. Sheila McGinnis in Vancouver, Washington. Valerie G in Staten Island. Michelle Warmouth in Berlin, CT. She's late, but she's here, so that's cool. Sudi Q from Centennial, Colorado. Olivia in Seattle. Fox Hill Dreams in hot and sunny Aiken, South Kakalaki. Laura from Rhode Island. Stephanie from Spring Hill, Florida. Lee from Leeds, UK. Samantha B. in Northeast PA. Bernadette in Phoenix, Arizona. And Gary from Poro, Florida. Janet from CT. Cha-Cha from Gig Harbor. Or have you moved back to Gig Harbor? All right. Pasta D in Georgia. 90-degree Georgia with humidity. Yikes. RJ in Florida and feeling better. The Trump Reaper saying, oh, the humidity in sweaty Long Beach, California. Cecile Kazemi driving in New Mexico. Misha Oliver in windy Long Beach, California. Winnie BG in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Jen and Fat Tony coming to you from hot as Hades, Elgin, Texas. Shel Teresa in North Kakalaki. Ms. Nick in Stafford, Virginia. Victorina sending love in Pahrump, Nevada. Wilbur McCarthy. Row. That's our dog lover, buddy. What's up, Wilbur from Martinez, Georgia. Lucy in Orange County, California. Cindy C. in Lakewood, Washington. Sandra in 100-degree Paramount, California. That's hot. Your boy Ken in scorching Houston. Marty from Calgary. Anissa from Rhode Island. Queen of the South, that's C from Kansas City. Jen Murphy in the DMV. Sylvia Correa from Madeira Island, Portugal. Cha-Cha in Gig Harbor, Washington. Got you again. Really Reese in Boston. Monique from the DMV. And M. Getz is a classical musician, will work for food. That's a fun fact. Lisa from Jupiter, Florida. Lisa Hathaway in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see. It's 77 degrees in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. That's hot too. Johnny in Crackamah, Washington. Crackamah. I love to say Crackamah. All right, and that's it for our roll call. Thank you, fans. Thank you, fans and friends. Let's jump right on into our coverage of the event of the month so far. I was going to say the event of the year, but it's been building up. So far, maybe it's the event of the year. This was the Biden-Putin summit in Geneva, Switzerland. Oh, Hilda Baiza is here. What's up, Hilda? So this was a very big deal. All the press has gathered to watch these two face off on some serious issues, some issues that concern both countries, some issues that concern only one country. But yes, So a lot of people, self included, myself, I'm just speaking for myself, I was nervous, I was concernicus that about President Biden. A, because he's been on the national stage before. He has experience in foreign affairs, but never at this level. He's never been president meeting with Putin before. He was vice president and met with Putin. It's very different, and very serious. So apparently he was prepared, well prepared, and right before or right during this summit, there were some protesters. There was a protester. It was none other than Osama bin Laden's niece, Noor bin Laden, and she was protesting from a boat with a Trump won flag. What is it with Trumpers and boats and flags? I mean, what is the deal? It's so stupid. It's so stupid, really. Anyway, a lot of people, everybody who was watching early this morning, they were observing body language from President Biden, body language from Putin. This was not the same stare down face off with, like Obama had with Putin, Obama looking into Putin's eyes. But what was interesting was when they first greeted each other, Biden immediately looked into Putin's eyes and Putin immediately looked away. Interesting. Very interesting. And people were also noting from the body language when they were seated in this room, Joe Biden was sitting upright, looked very calm, very comfortable, and Putin was kind of slouching in his chair, looking a little bit less comfortable and probably really missing his puppet. um, they weren't alone in that room. They both had their secretaries of state, riding shotgun for this meeting. And the press, the American press, was hastily removed from the room. Some people said that they were a little rough with them, but I don't care. Get them out. Let those guys do what they have to do. I actually appreciate the fact that this was a closed door meeting, and then the two, Biden and Putin, agreed that there would not be a joint press conference. And I like that because the optics of the last joint press conference between an American president and Vladimir Putin did not did not go well. Spanky came out looking like he was on an invisible leash, and he looked like he was owned. This one was very different. This one, Putin came out of the meeting first. The meeting was expected to go 5 hours. It only lasted, I think, 2.5 or 3 hours. And yeah, Jen Murphy said a smart move. Yeah, because, whatever expression Joe Biden had on his face for a fraction of a millisecond that even looked slightly negative, they would have propagandized that from now until 2024. But they discussed a lot of really important issues. Mainly, it was nuclear weapons. These two powers. The reason why this is such an important meeting is because nobody has more nuclear weapons than the United States and Russia. Combined, we have enough nuclear warheads to destroy the Earth thousands of times over, to destroy the entire planet. So it's important. We don't have to love each other. We don't have to fall in love the way Trump did with Kim Jong-un. But, Sandra says it was 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, so well short of 5 hours. So we don't have to love each other, but we do have to have a strategic, what were they calling this? A strategic stability. And so both sides agreed that they were going to start strategic stability talks and they're going to return ambassadors. Recently, Putin pulled his ambassadors from the United States. Scribble says, strategery. Yes, strategery. And the phrase pragmatic diplomacy was used a few times today in relation to how Biden was treating his own expectations emerging from this meeting. A lot of people thought this one meeting, this 1, 2, 3 hour and 20-minute meeting was going to solve everything and was going to set us back at zero or reset. Nobody used the word reset, God forbid. Hillary swung and missed with that red button reset thing. But the most important thing, they issued a joint statement, and this says, we, President of the United States of America, Joseph R. Biden, and President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, note the United States and Russia have demonstrated that even in periods of tension, they are able to make progress on our shared goals of ensuring predictability in the strategic sphere, reducing the risk of armed conflicts and the threat of nuclear war. The recent extension of the New START Treaty exemplifies our commitment to nuclear arms control. Today, we reaffirm the principle that a nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought. Now, after they came out of this meeting, Putin actually had some interesting things to say about Biden. He didn't say anything incendiary or insulting, and that's how a world leader does it. He said, let's see. He said, President Biden's an experienced statesman. He is very different from President Trump. You ain't kidding. He's a completely different person. But aside from that, Putin shared a lot of whataboutisms when he was questioned by the press. So people were asking President Biden, does he trust Putin? And he said it's not about trust. He said it's about interest and verification of self-interest, because you can't trust this guy. He's the former head of the KGB. He's experienced at spinning and manipulating and lying. He was taught how to lie, and that's what he did throughout his entire press conference. So he went first. He went before Biden, and then Biden went after, because, it's smarter and better to be able to respond to what is being said. Putin's briefing lasts longer, but in that length of time, he really didn't say much other than, what about the United States? When he was asked about human rights abuses, he said, well, what about the United States and their rights abuses and all the people they kill and blah, blah, blah. And about cyber, they're like, what about all this hacking? Well, what about the United States? They have more hackers and blah, da, 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 da. Everything was, what about the United States? So clearly it was a waste of time asking this guy any straightforward questions. But one reporter by the name of Rachel Scott of ABC asked him probably like the best question of the entire press conference, and it landed with a thud, and she pretty much stole the show. I'm going to share it with you now.
Our American colleagues.
Mr. President, thank you so much for taking my question. President Biden has said that he would respond if cyber attacks from Russia do not stop. I'm curious, what did he tell you? Did he make any threats? And a quick follow-up, if I may, sir. The list of your political opponents who are dead, imprisoned, or jailed is long. Alexei Navalny's organization calls for free and fair elections, an end to corruption. But Russia has outlawed that organization, calling it extremist. And you have now prevented anyone who supports him to run for office. So my question is, Mr. President, what are you so afraid of?
Damn!
By the way, that's not me making the commentary. I borrowed that video from somebody else who posted that. Holy shit, what are you so afraid of? Mind you, she is just a reporter. She's staring a known murderous dictator in the face and asking him, "What are you so afraid of?" I love how she phrased the whole thing. She wound up and she delivered. That was beautiful. He didn't answer the question, but his avoidance of having answered the question also spoke volumes too. How he deals with journalists in his country, he just has them killed. He has them accidentally falling out of all these windows, or accidentally drinking poison tea. That was a very brave thing to do, Valerie G points out here. Corey Lord says, we need more people like her. Indeed. That was fire. That was fire. So then the time came for President Biden's press briefing, which, as I said, was shorter, but it was well done. So he had prepared remarks and he spoke at length about his meeting with Vladimir Putin, and he had a few choice things to say. He said, America, and he said this was a point he made during his briefing, his meeting with Putin. He said, America is not against Russia or anyone else. It is for the American people. And that is an important and excellent distinction to make. A lot of people were expecting this to be very, adversarial, cantankerous, meeting between these two heads of state. But, when you're at that level, when so many lives are at stake, you take the personalities out of it, you take the emotion out of it, and you get down to brass tacks. He said this was not personal, this was business. Yeah. So he had a laundry list of things that he needed to discuss with Putin. He discussed human rights, American prisoners. He named the 2 American prisoners there that he wants returned to the United States. They discussed cyber attacks, arm control. And as far as cyber attacks are concerned, he said that certain critical structures need to be off limits to any and all cyber attacks. And he said there were about 16. He didn't go into detail with us, but they went into detail in that meeting. In fact, Putin also said he was impressed by the level of detail that President Biden went into in their meeting about initiatives that they want to accomplish. Also demilitarizing the Arctic. He said, there shouldn't be a military presence in the Arctic. That's got to be military free. So then the part for questions from the press came, and overall, I think he fielded the questions well. But like I said, his press briefing was a lot shorter than Putin's. And a lot of people were shouting comments and questions at him. If you look in the picture there, you can see on the floor is his jacket. He just kind of took his jacket off and just laid it on the floor, which I was like, that's kind of cool. He's very comfy in this situation. But then he picked up his jacket and he was preparing to go. So these reporters are shouting questions, blah, blah, blah. And he took a few shouted questions afterwards. And then he's about to leave, right? And Kaitlan Collins opened her mouth. Now, Kaitlan Collins, prior to today, I had a fair amount of respect for Kaitlan Collins, and I still do. But she tried to hit him with a gotcha question, and she tried to put some words into his mouth. And Joseph R. Biden did not appreciate that bullshit, and he let her know.
Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident changing behavior. What do you do all the time? So when did I say I was confident?
Here we go.
What I said was, let's get it straight. I said what will change their behavior is that the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating a fact.
But given his past behavior has not changed, and in that press conference after sitting down with you for several hours, he denied any involvement in cyber attacks. He downplayed human rights abuses. He even refused to say Alexei Navalny's name. So how does that account to a constructive meeting as President Putin?
If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business.
Is the summit with China next?
Cool, we need to load. Cool, we need to load quickly. Let's go. Quickly, cool.
Okay, so my initial reaction to his comment, I was like, damn, Joe, he was almost free and clear of this briefing. And you had to go and pull that was kind of a Trumpy reaction. Not gonna lie. I did not like it. I didn't like how it felt as it came out when he said, if you don't know, you're in the wrong business. Almost sounds like something Trump would say to a reporter. And I was like, God damn, Joe. Shit. And after the fact, a lot of reporters were defending her and saying, well, there was a valid question. But no, she put words into his mouth. She said, why are you saying that you're confident? And he's like, I never said I was confident. This was a 2-hour meeting. What do you expect to happen after 2 hours? God damn it. He didn't say all that, but he kind of said that. And then, after the fact, he was at the airport. He's getting ready to board the plane, and he sees the press pool over there. He's like, you know what? Let me go say something to them. And he walked over, and he says, look, I just want to say, that last reporter that asked me, he didn't even call her by name. He said, the last reporter that asked me that question, I apologize for that. I was a bit of a smart ass or smart aleck or something like that in his comments. And you know what? He might have said something kind of Trumpy. Even it wasn't really Trumpy, because when Trump dissed reporters, he made it personal. That's because you're a bad reporter. You're fake news. It wasn't that, but it was uncharacteristic, of a regular American president. But like I said, he walked his comment back and he's like, I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. And that's a very un-Trumpian thing to do. Donald Trump has never apologized to a reporter for a comment made. And, he's made lots of horrible comments. So fun fact is that Kaitlan Collins used to work for the Daily Caller. And the Daily Caller is trending now because, that news came out that she wasn't always, on our team. So, usually I see reporters asking questions, and sometimes they try to do that gotcha thing. And it's sad because this was a great, overall, I thought President Biden did extremely well. He handled his meeting with Putin well. He handled his briefing well, and the questions with reporters, and even the aftermath. He handled that whole thing well. But now Kaitlan Collins has become an offshoot issue of this thing, and that's unfortunate. That's a goddamn shame. And Wilbur McCarthy correctly points out Donald Trump has never apologized to anyone. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I think he did great. Could it have been better? There's always room for improvement. But overall, my expectations were way down here. And I was more scared than anything. But the dude is our president, and he's the right guy for the job. I think he did well. M. Getz says, I was just going to say that coma keep away from windows and drinking tea. Excuse me. Tina G was proud of President Biden. Anna Alvarez says he was just okay. I'll take that. Yeah. All right. Synth Fan agrees. She says Biden did fine. It was a first visit, and compared with Trump, agreed. That bar is so low that, compared to Trump, just about anything Biden does is already head and shoulders well above where the bar was left. Marty says he sleeps better and better every night knowing that Biden is in office. All right, so I'm going to jump right on into this fun little thing I put together. And I just want to add, right, having this in between day off thing from doing the show, it really helps not only for me to start the show on time ish, but it also helps. It gives me more time to develop fun content for us to play. This is something called Name That Toon, which is a little play on words, right? Because it's not a tune that you can sing. It's a tune, is a cartoon. Some of these are cartoons from our childhood. Those of you who are around my age ish, and some of these are cartoons from our children's childhood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture of a cartoon character that wasn't necessarily the main. So some of these are the main characters, but maybe is not as well known as you would think. And when you see this picture, unfortunately, those of you who are driving, don't look at your phone, or pull over to the side and then look at your phone. And then if you know who it is, then type it in and hit send. And I'm going to read off the first 5 or 10 people who guessed correctly. Are you ready? First one, here we go. Who is this blonde-haired, scarf-wearing individual? Anybody? Anybody got a name for this guy here? Name of the character. And if you know the name of the show as well, that's a bonus. That's a bonus. So I see a few people have correctly already guessed. This is correct. It's Fred from Scooby-Doo. And my son actually said it's Fred Jones from Scooby-Doo. Yes. And at the top here, we got Tracy M., Eddie G., Asmila J., Gary Montera. I'm going to give you partial credit because you just guessed Scooby-Doo. But going forward, I need the name of the character, not just the name of the show. Kimini also, partial credit, Scooby-Doo. Corey Lord with Fred. Stephanie L., The Trump Reaper. Samantha B., partial, Scooby-Doo. Julianne, partial. Kathy Murphy. Synth Fan, partial. Jamie from Wisconsin. Pasta D, partial. Fred, Patricia Haverkamp says Fred. Synth Fan. Lee Soda says the boring one in Scooby-Doo. Kathleen Cross, Marty Ness, Sheila McGinnis. Okay, you guys got it. Next one. I'm going to try to move this along quickly because I've gone a little bit long. I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Who is this bum-ass mother? Always begging for hamburgers. Okay, and I see. Okay, I assumed I didn't know everybody would know this person. This is Wimpy from Popeye the Sailor. Okay, at the top here we have Tracy M. Let's see. Sheila Bird. Synth Fan. Wait, let me make sure I didn't miss. Okay, yeah. Tracy. Sheila Bird. Synth Fan. Kimini. Lee Saunders, I can't give you credit for that. You just wrote hamburger. I'm sorry. Nope, not Blimpy. Cha-Cha. Wimpy. Eddie G, you were close but no cigar. You said Willie Wilbur. It was Wimpy we were looking for. RJ. Samantha B. Jamie from Wisconsin. The Trump Reaper. Julianne Gauthier. Marty. Stephanie L. Kathleen Cross. Valerie G. Bernadette. Esmila J, only partial credit. It is Popeye's pal, but I need the name. Okay, moving right along. Here's the next one. Next one. We are the crystal gems. We always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. Anybody? I see I have stumped some of you. Some of you are stumped at this one. So this is a more recent cartoon character. And if you have not seen this show yet, I advise because it is adorable. This is Steven Universe. And let's see, who do we have at the top? Once again, Tracy M. Tracy M, you're on a roll tonight. What's up with that? Asmila J. Corey Lord. Somebody said Mario. Someone said Star Kid. I got nothing. Susie Brizuela. Steven Universe. Misha Oliver. Ness. I did stump you guys. I feel proud of myself now. Let's see. Okay, let's jump right on to the next one. Prepare thyselves. Here we go. Who is this Hera guy? Anybody know who is this? It's kind of old cartoon. Somehow my son, who is only 15, knew who this is. Okay, I see some guesses here, and it is those of you who guessed Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. Yes, Captain Caveman. What a crazy thing with his club there. So at the top here we got Eddie G, Pasta D, Sheila B, Lee Saunders, Tracy M, Trump Reaper, Susie Brizuela, Kathy Murphy, Gary Montero, Stacy Mendenhall, Stephanie L, Ness, Sylvia Correa, Punxsutawney Mo, Cha Cha, Jen Murphy. Okay, you guys all got it. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's jump on to the next one. Now, who is this disheveled, pathetically, tragically neglected child who always seems to travel in a cloud of dust? Really? What kind of parents let their kid go out filthy like that? Like, with dust and flies following him. Yes, this is none other than Pigpen, one of Charlie Brown's pals. And okay, right, once again at the top we got Tracy M with the super fast blazing internet tonight. Michelle Warmoth, Katha Murphy, Astayanix, Synthfan, Eddie G. Nope, it's not Linus. It's Linus if he wasn't bathed for a month. Lee Saunders, the Trump Reaper, Stacy Mendenhall, Sheila Bird, Bernadette, Jen Murphy, Stephanie L. Nope, not Schroeder. Susie Brizuela, Nez, Punxsutawney Mo. Okay, very good, you guys. I'm moving right along because I got a few more to go. Ready? Here's the next one. This is another one I believe will be challenging to many, if not most of you. Who is this character wearing some kind of turban on his head with a cape and gloves? Oh. Okay, so I did not fool most of you, or some of you. I did fool some of you. Some said no idea. But yes, this is Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls. He's a bad guy. He is not good. And once again, Tracy M is at the top, followed by Astyonix, Asmila J, Susie Brizuela, Ness, Jen Murphy, Sylvia Correa says Green Monkey. Can't give you credit for that one. Let's see. Trump Reaper, I can give you partial credit. You did say the Powerpuff Girls Monkey, but it's only partial credit. You didn't give me the name. Stacy Mendenhall with Mojo Jojo. Misha Oliver. Nope, it's not Incurious George. Susie Brizuela, partial credit for the Powerpuff Girls. Sylvia Correa, no. And Corey Lord. Okay, next up, maybe this one. Some more of you will be familiar with this one-eyed green creature. It's not a main character, but he's known. People know this one. What is his name? Partial credit if you guess the name of the show. Partial credit if you guess the name of the show. Wow, you guys are good. Many of you are watching cartoons as much as I watch them. This is Plankton from SpongeBob SquarePants. And once again, Tracy M is is on guessing game steroids. Susie Brizuela, the Trump Reaper, Callie Murphy, Eddie G, Asmila J, Corey Lord, Tina G, Hilda Baiza, Jen Murphy, Sylvia Correa. Plankton Bean? Is that his last name? I didn't know that. Patricia Haverkamp, Misha Oliver, Sponge Cucumber. William McCarthy says, is that his, what kind of creature he is? I don't know. Da-da-da-da-da. Trump Reaper says she hearts the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Ness. Okay. Next up, you ready? Here we go. Oh boy. Can anybody guess who this is? Oh boy. Alrighty. If you guys ever watched the Tom and Jerry show, you would recognize this character from Tom and Jerry. His name is Droopy Dog. And at the top, we have a new entry. It's not Tracy M. We got Michelle Warmoth, followed by Punxsutawney Mo, Sheila Bird, Lee, no, not Deputy Dog. It's not Hound Dog, but yes, Tracy M, there you go, is Droopy Dog, Astyonix, Synth Fan, Stephanie Yell from Florida, Susie Brizuela, Ness, Asmila J, Jen Murphy, Bernadette. Some of you are saying Deputy Dog. He probably, but no, this is definitely Droopy Dog. Droopy Dog. And there's Cha-Cha, Sylvia, Tina G. Okay, very good, you guys. Next up, here's the next one. This is also a relatively recent cartoon character from at least from the past decade and a half. What is this character's name? Who is this? Okay, so I see we have quite a few Family Guy fans out there. This is, if you guessed Cleveland Brown, you guessed correctly. Once again, reclaiming her spot at the top is Tracy M, followed by Cha-Cha, Monique, no, it's not Franklin, Kathy Murphy, the Trump Reaper, Astyonix, And Synth Fan partial credits, that is from Family Guy. You too, Susie Brizuela. Ness, Lee Saunders, Jen Murphy, Stephanie L. Pasta D, Asmila J, Punxsutawney Mo, Tracy M, Susie Brizuela, Marty, and Kathleen Cross. Very good, you guys. And there's others, but I can't read you all. Next up, here's the next one. Who is this strange-looking old guy with the spiky hair and the bulgy eyes? I'll give you a hint. It's a cartoon, but it's not really for kids. Oh, somebody named my account said Dr. Fauci. That's funny. I like that. Okay, so this is Rick from Rick and Morty. It's a really hilarious show. It's very funny. Highly recommend this. I believe it's on Hulu. It originally aired on Cartoon Network in their Adult Swim thing here. So at the top, it is Astyonics. Let's see, make sure. Yep. We got Astyonics at the top, followed by Asmila J, Corey Lord, Susie Brizuela, Tracy M, Rick Sanchez, Sylvia Correa, nope, not Futurama, Samantha Hawkins, Jen Murphy. I'll give you partial credit. You confused that's Rick, actually, not Morty. Morty is his dumb grandson. Let's see. Trump Reaper. Pickle Rick. Okay, good. Next up, pay attention, you guys. I think this is my last one or second to last one. Oh, that was my last one. All right, guys. Thank you for participating in that game show. I'm going to speed it right along to our last segment, which is And today's You Raggedy Bish has been in this section before. It is the Minister of Disinformation on Fox News, known as Tucker Carlson.
But strangely, some people who participated on January 6th have not been charged. Look at the documents. The government calls those people unindicted co-conspirators. What does that mean? Well, it means that in potentially every single case, they were FBI operatives. Really? In the Capitol on January 6th. For example, one of those unindicted co-conspirators is someone government documents identify only as Person 2. According to those documents, Person 2 stayed in the same hotel room as a man called Thomas Caldwell, an insurrectionist, a man alleged to be a member of the group the Oath Keepers. Person 2 also, quote, stormed the barricades at the Capitol on January 6th alongside Thomas Caldwell. The government's indictments further indicate that Caldwell, who, by the way, is a 65-year-old man, this dangerous insurrectionist, was led to believe there would be a, quote, quick reaction force also participating on January 6th. That quick reaction force, Caldwell was told, would be led by someone called Person 3, who had a hotel room and an accomplice with him. But wait, here's the interesting thing. Person 2 and Person 3 were organizers of the riot. The government knows who they are, but the government has not charged them. Why is that? You know why. They were almost certainly working for the FBI. So FBI operatives were organizing the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, according to government documents. And those two are not alone. In all, Revolver News reported that there are, quote, upwards of 20 unindicted co-conspirators in the Oath Keeper indictments, all playing various roles in the conspiracy, who have not been charged for virtually the exact same activities, and in some cases, much, much more severe activities as those named alongside them in the indictments.
Those of you who are familiar with Tucker Carlson's shtick, you know it as soon as you see it. It's tired and it's old, and what he does is he queues up questions, and so what is happening here? Or here's the summary of this January 6th nonsense. First, there was nothing to see. It was nothing at all. Then they said it was patriots just concerned about democracy. Then they changed their mind and they said, you know what? It was Antifa and Black Lives Matter. That's who did that insurrection. Oh no, but wait. Actually, it happened, but it was a tour. It was like a tour. It was nothing. Now, this idiot is saying that FBI agents coordinated and planned the attack on the Capitol. That makes no sense on any level whatsoever. None. And this is the bullshit that he is feeding to his audience. And normally, I like to say, just ignore it. Just don't watch Fox News or whatever. But it is a concern because millions of people are watching him spread this vile disinformation. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. If you get the public to start thinking that they can't even trust the FBI and that an election was stolen from them, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. And once again, still stoking that big lie bullshit. And what's worse is that you have legitimate companies that are subsidizing this. They are paying for advertising spots on Tucker Carlson's show. And please do me a favor. I've retweeted earlier today. I retweeted Designation 6. Let me see. Let me get his. I believe his @ on Twitter is Designation 6. But let me make sure. Yeah, he's Secret Agent 6. Where's his tweet? There it is. Secret Agent number 6. And he goes by @Designation 6. This guy regularly posts tweets that list the names of his sponsors. And here are some of his sponsors: Stamps.com, Legacy Box, Tivity Health, Nutrisystem, South Beach Diet, Sandals Resorts, WeatherTech, Land of Frost, and then other Fox News sponsors are listed as well. So do me a favor, follow this guy, Designation 6, and please retweet whenever you see that we got to bring attention to those sponsors, because really Fox News will keep him on as long as he gets the ratings and as long as he's bringing in those sponsorship dollars. You got to hit his sponsors, those advertisers. So I'm just one person tweeting and retweeting, but all of us combined are a movement. We are the accountability culture, not cancel culture, accountability culture. And that, my friends, was another episode of Storytime with BDD that ran a little bit longer than I had planned. But thank you for hanging in there with me, those of you who are still here. I got time for like 2 questions. Just 2. 2 quick ones. It's actually that tweet is already on my time, on my page. I've retweeted that one. Asmila J, you didn't miss it all. You just missed most of it. Asmila J says, "Name that tune was so much fun. Thank you. I'm looking forward to doing the next one." Solid Blue Sister with another hypothetical. I like these. BDD, you wake up one morning and you have switched places. Oh my God. She says, you have switched places with your dog, Rain. What do you beg your human BDD for that he never gives you? I can't say because I'm very indulgent with her. I give her treats. She gets these little bacon strip treats that she likes and all these other treats. And good Lord, every night she is greedy. Like after we have dinner, she positions herself. She positions herself right in front of me, very expectant, head up like this, looking at me for dad pats. That's all she wants. That's all she really wants. She gets walks. She gets treats. She has toys. Dad pats. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I would probably ask her, if I can hang out with other dogs. She doesn't get to hang out with other dogs. Yeah. That's the one thing she doesn't get. Hanging out with other dogs. Oh, and thank you, Pasta D, and everybody else. Nez, please remember, those of you who are still here, please hit me off with a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Smash it. Here's question number 2. M. Getz says, BTW, your beard looks great. Thank you for that. Asks, do I use a conditioner? And yes, I do. It comes in a jar. It's like this. Wifey gets it for me, and it's called Beard Butter. And I believe it's made by a company called Maestro. 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 It's very good. It makes it soft and manageable. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for another wonderful episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, a.k.a. Brooklyn Dad. And if you're going to go out tonight, please be sure to wear your mask, wear your gloves, keep your social distance 6 feet or better. And have a lovely, amazing evening. I will see you guys not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, which happens to be Friday. It's one of my favorite days of the week. So yeah, I'll be here, same time, same channel. I love you all. Peace. Hey. Boom. The Trump Reaper says, trolls, stay out or we will eat you alive and spit out the blood. That's graphic. I don't want to eat trolls, to be honest. I don't want it. Amaze balls. Lisa Hathaway is going to buy some beard butter for her hubs. I highly recommend it. You do that and let me know how that turns out for you. Oh, he's got to brush it too. He's got to brush it. Brush the beard. Anissa says she loves the t-shirt. That is a t-shirt that is very specific to this show. Hey! Thank you again to our wonderful, awesome moderators who kept today's show, as always, troll-free. Thank you for that, Lisa Straw. Cindy C, how long before you post the show? It should be up, I say, about 10 minutes after I end this thing, if not sooner. M. Getz, thank you for the reminder. New episode of The Handmaid's Tale tonight. right, you guys. Try not to eat too many trolls. You might get indigestion and an upset stomach. And now it's time. It is that time to smash the like button, and also, you need to leave.